Okay, welcome to the channel. I'm going to go over a order flow indicator that I am currently writing in NinjaTrader. And down below, you'll see this histogram. This histogram is just it's an EMA histogram of a 9 and 21 EMA. And this is just like a guideline for me. That's just an indicator I wrote real quick. But the main indicator is right here, this whole order flow stuff. And down below, you'll see right down here is the delta, and then we have CVD, the cumulative volume delta. Now, I also have a 5-minute chart right up here. So the 5-minute chart, I use that as well, and I just have that off to the side. But this order flow, the reason that I wrote it is because this right here is Japanese candlesticks. And most of the time, the order flow, it shows that the bid and the ask and everything. But I wanted to write an order flow indicator that you can use on time charts, range charts, tick charts, hike and ASCII charts. You can use this indicator on any chart. And there's a lot more features that I want to build into it. But let me go over some of the trades that I did today and why I did them. Right here, let me bring up right here on this candle right here at 9:44. This is a 30-second chart. At 9:44, we had a nice run up. Now, as you can see here at 9:30, we kind of sold off, bounced up, and what I'm looking at, I took the first trade right here. Now, this area right here, this line right here is telling me that buyers got absorbed because this right here, this area, let me keep this right here. This area right here was buyers. You see that green right there? That means there are a significant amount of buyers that are coming in. Now, this isn't stacked and balanced or anything like that, but it is. It goes off the bid and the ask, and these only show up when there's significant buying. But then it kind of sold off. So those buyers are trapped. And as they got trapped, when we broke the low right here, they just started selling off. And as you can see here, the buyers tried to regain right here, and then they just kind of sold off, and then we kind of drifted down. But how I really like to use this is I like to use it when we have, let me zoom in here, when we have stacked and balanced. This line right here, right now I'm going off of 5 times with 4 levels. So there has to be 4. So there's like 12 levels of imbalance that are 5 times more buyers than sellers right here. Actually, there was 4. There was one down here. And as you can see here on the left-hand side of the candlestick, we've got some significant buying pressure coming in. So I went on ahead and got in. So when I got in, it started drifting down. And then whenever I add my first position and it kind of drifts down, I'll add another position. And then we kind of spiked up. As soon as we spiked up here. But as soon as we started breaking that area, I just got out for about 15 points. Because right up here, we had significant buying pressure. And as you can see here, it was stacked and balanced area. There was 2 stacked and balanced areas right there. But the buyers got absorbed by the sellers. And once we started drifting down, I just went on ahead and got out because that's the same thing that happened up in this area. So I went on ahead and got out. Now, this right here, we just kind of sold off. Now, this red bubble right here, what this is telling me is that we have trapped buyers right here because we had that green line right there has a stacked imbalance, but we had more sellers come in and absorb those buyers and push it down. Now, this red bubble is only going to show up when the delta is significantly more than the buyers. So there's a lot of logic in the code for these bubbles to show up. But as you can see here, we kind of drifted down. We didn't go down very much. Now, right up in this area, we had more stacked and balanced right here. As you can see right here, we had a stacked and balance area. 1, 2, 3. We had 3 of them. We had some buying pressure come in. So what did I do is I went on ahead and got in right here. And then once we started coming up, we had more stacked bounce. And then right here, the buyers couldn't hold it and we started drifting down. Once we started drifting down, I get out for about a 20-point move because we have some buyers coming here. But as it starts pushing down, once you start losing that level right there, you might as well go ahead and take your profits. So I'm always looking for, as you can see here, a double, either 2 or more stacked and balanced areas, not just one stacked and balanced area like this one right here. That one was just one. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for 2. And as you can see here, we have, well, right here, we have the delta count of 15. So this down here, down at the bottom is 15. And then risk amount, that just tells me I'm working on that about risk profile. But the imbalance threshold needs to be 5 times. The levels required needs to be 4. It needs to be 4 levels just for one of these bars to show up. Now we have live stack persistence and minimum imbalance volume. The minimum imbalance volume is 5. The live stacked persistence is set to 3. And that is for these areas right here. This area, this little green right here, the buying pressure, that's the level persistence. I'm just not going to show large buying. I want to see levels of persistent buying. And that's what this is right here. So when you see a double stacked area with levels of persistent buying right here, that's a good sign. Now you can put your stop down here. So your stop, you can enter down here and then put your stop down here and have like a 17 point stop. And then you come up here and you get yourself about 30 points. But let me keep going through this area and I'll kind of show you right here. We kind of sold off and then we had some buying pressure come in and it kind of drifted up. But you would not buy the break of this right here because look at that wick. You had large buying coming in, buying pressure, a lot of buying pressure coming in, but it kind of drifted down. Same way up here. Now this one right here, we had some buying pressure come in, but we have resistance right up here. We have a stacked and balanced buyers, but they got trapped and we kind of sold off. Now the delta wasn't high enough for me to show a bubble. But what I do want to show is this right here. Again, this right here, this area right here, we have a triple stacked and balanced area. We have 12 tick levels right here because I'm going off of 5 times the amount of buying and selling, and it has to be 4 level 4, which we have 3 of them here. So that's 12 levels. So we have a lot of buying stacked and balanced right here. And you can easily get in right here on the break of that. Easily get in. And where is your TP? It's right there at 15 points. And why is that? Because if you come back here, you'll see that yes, we had some stacked levels of buy-in and we're breaking this level, and then you can get in here and your stop would be down here. Once it starts breaking through that stacked level and bounce area, you need to get out because you don't know where it's going to go. But where's your target? Your target's right up here because you've had buyers trapped up here and we kind of sold off. So as soon as you get up into that area, you want to get out. So you just, let's say you got 2 contracts in on the minis. Let's say you sell one and then you hold one. Once we start breaking this strong buying and bounce area right here, just go ahead and get out. And as you can see here, once we did break it, we kind of sold off. So let's kind of run through this again. This area. This right here is single stacked and bounce area. Not interested. Single, not interested. This area, I'm not really interested. We had a lot of buy-in up in here, but then as you can see, we kind of sold off because as you can see right here, trapped buyers. And these buyers, a lot of buyers up in here because you see the little green right there on the left-hand side of the candle. A lot of that is buying, and we kind of drifted off. And right here, we have trapped buyers right here, but then they kind of regained control, and then we kind of consolidated in this area right here. Now we have um, stacked and balanced right here and right here, but this is just chop area. You don't want to trade this chop area right here. But we did have another double stacked and balanced area right here. Okay. And then we have the histogram, the 9 is crossing over the 21. So, and also it's starting to converge back, and then we're starting to diverge on the 9 and 21 EMA. I don't have that, the 921 up here on the chart because I want to try to keep this clean. So that's why I wrote the histogram indicator for that. And as you can see here, we did, if you would have gotten into this area right here, once you come up and you see a lot of buying and start selling off, you can get out right here for about 15 points right here. And of course, we kind of grind it up a little bit more. But this, you can get your 1-for-1. On the double stacked and balanced, that's a good area to get in. Is it going to work all the time? No. As you can see right here, we had a double stacked area and we kind of broke it and we kind of sold off. But then again, we're in consolidation. Right here, we were in consolidation area. The auction was happening in the market. If you understand auction market theory, we were kind of trying to find a good value. Then we kind of spiked down and we kind of ran up. You had a lot of buyers up in this area right here. So I'm pretty sure if I would have looked at the CVD in this area, it would have been positive. And we had a double stacked bounce and balance area, and we kind of drifted up. I'm going to be live streaming this indicator pretty soon. I just wanted to create a quick video and show what I traded today. Now, I've been trading this for quite a while. And as you can see here, we had double stacked and balance area. Okay. But the problem is we had double stacked and balance area. Now you could have gotten in, but you had to be quick. Double stacked and balance area. If you get in on the open and you see that double stacked, you can get in, and your first target would be right up here at about 10 points. And then you saw some buying, but then we kind of started selling off. And as soon as you started breaking this area, I mean, the first target should be right here, which is 7 points. You know, I wouldn't like go in all heavy on this, just kind of go in light and try, or you can go in on like 2-3 contracts and you get a pop. You can sell a contract, move to a break even, and then see if you can catch yourself a runner. That's what I do a lot of times. I see if I can catch myself a runner. Right here, the red circles show that we had buyers trapped. We had double stacked and balanced right up here at the top, and there's a little green back behind there on this candle. We had some buyers trapped and we sold off. So now we're going into the lunchtime area. You know, I really just don't kind of trade that area. And then right here, we had, this is what I look for. We double stacked. I'm trying to look, see if we got in double stacked right here. Yeah, we have double stacked and balance area right here. We had a nice green candle. The histogram is diverging. The 9 EMA is diverging from the 21. As you can see right here, it says 921. We kind of ran up. Where's your first target? Your first target should be right here because you had resistance right here. Because look what happened. We came up to this area and we sold off. So if you see a double stacked and balance, you can go ahead and get in here. Your stop is down here, about 10 points, and your first target is right up here at about 8 points. So what you can do is just go ahead and get in 2-3 contracts. You can go ahead and once we get to that target, take some off, move to a break even, see if you can get yourself a runner. That's how I trade this. Now, right up in here, this right here is an A plus setup. And the reason I say that is because right here, that red circle means we have trapped buyers. That green line is a double stacked imbalance area up at the top where buyers are trying to push this up. They got trapped. We sold off. The delta shifted. There was a delta surge and it shifted. And then that red bubble showed up and we had a triple stacked imbalance area. So what would I do? Well, I would go ahead and get in here. Once we start moving up, you can add to the position. Where's your stop? Your stop should be up here. Okay. Your stop should be right up in this area, which is about 12 points. And if you would get in right here, your first target is 12 points. So that's 1 for 1. And if you really would have held, if you get in and you really would have held to this level right here, that's about a 30-point move. And as you can see right here, this right here is buying pressure. It looks like we had some sellers that tried to push it down, and then we had a lot of buying stacked and balance area right there. And then look what happened when we got to that area. We hit that area, and then we kind of bounced off. Then triple stacked sell and balance area, we ran up to that level, and then we kind of drifted back off. So that's how I play this. I like playing this. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's stacked and balanced, and then you want to get in when it comes up here, and then you buy up here, and then kind of move it down and get yourself about 30 points. But I like, as soon as I see that stacked and balance, what I like to do is I just like to go ahead and get in. Where's my stop? Up here. It wouldn't be right here above the triple stacked and balance area because we had trapped buyers. Now, once we start breaking that, then I need to get out. But we ran all the way down here, and you got yourself about 30 points on that move. So that's how I like to play this. Again, we had some trapped buyers. We had buyers that tried to push it up, and they got trapped. And look what happened. We kind of sold off a little bit. Not very much. And then trapped sellers right here. And then we just kind of grinded sideways. And then again, you had double stacked and balance area. You didn't get very much on that. I mean, if you would have gotten in here and your stop's up here, I mean, that's like a 10-point stop. You probably would have come down here. And then once you see that buying right there, you want to get out. Get out. I don't care. I don't care if you get 5 points. Because what you're looking at is if you get in right here, and once you get down to this area and you start seeing that tail, you might want to sell some and move to a break even. But once you see that buying pressure come in and we close above it, you need to get out. It's just a guide. That's all this is. And again, we had double stacked sell and balance. Right here, double stack sell and balance, you could have gotten yourself 10 points on that. We came back up. You could have added to it. We kind of sold off. Again, this is at 320. So, I mean, I normally don't trade at that time. But I just wanted to go over this indicator, and I'm going to be releasing it pretty soon. So if you want to help support the indicator, just go ahead and subscribe. And then I'll be putting up more videos on this indicator. I'll be putting up more videos, but it's in current development, and it will be released here and possibly next month. I'm going to go ahead and release it out to people. I've been trading this with Bullnox evaluations, and I've gotten like five funded accounts. So the indicator works really good for me. The indicator works really good for me. So that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to put out a quick video and show people that I'm working on an order flow indicator that actually works on any chart type. So I'll be putting up more videos and then showing people more how to trade this indicator. And I will be live trading here possibly next week. That's all I have. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye.